Hello and happy birthday to all of the May Geminis out there. Welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. So May is a really exciting month. We've got Jupiter moving into Taurus. We've got that big full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So there's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. Now, this video specifically is going to be tarot. So this is a more channeled, more intuitive message. If you want more of the astrology, please check back in the next couple of days because I will be posting these May 2023 astrology forecasts in a separate video. So please keep your eyes open for that. And also don't forget, if you are a member of my Soul Seekers group, that I am going to be doing much more specific videos about the Jupiter in Taurus transit, as well as the full moon eclipse in Scorpio, as well as this Pluto retrograde. This is happening too. There's going to be a lot of content for my Soul Seekers group this month. So if you're not a member, you want to join, all the info is down in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. You're more than welcome to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates the most with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your May 2023 reading. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what comes through for you with these cards. Okay. There seems to be a really clear, uncomplicated, non-dramatic path in front of you. It may seem a little dry, but it's actually, not only is it the path of least resistance, but it is the absolute shortest path to get you from where you currently are to that desired destination. Right now, Gemini, I feel like your mind, right, the way that your mind is working is really geared toward freedom and simplicity. And if an option that's in front of you does not offer either of those things, it's not an offer. It's not an option. So this is you setting incredibly firm boundaries with a lot of things, with other people and even with yourself. And there's a commitment that I'm feeling. You know, you seem really committed to this. It doesn't feel like Gemini is indecisive or wavering or kind of teeter-tottering or not sure. It feels really sure. And actually, I'm getting a sense that Gemini is really inaccessible because of this. You know, what I mean by that is people can't access you. They don't have, like, you're just simply not available for most people, of course, with the exception of the people that you love and care about the most. But it's just there's only tomorrow. There's only the things that need to be done. And anything beyond that is noise. And I think you really see those things as noise. This feels like Gemini has control over their life. You know, they I don't know. And maybe that's something that's been really hard with Pluto coming through Capricorn, you know, all the 8th house stuff that you've had going on over the years. Maybe feeling like you've had some semblance of control or like you've had some kind of a say-so. One of the problems with the 8th house is that sometimes we end up paying the price for other people's mistakes, you know, or we end up dealing with the consequences of something that other people have done or or choices that others have made. And when we're out of the 8th house, which of course Pluto will be dipping back and forth, but you know, technically right now Pluto is not in there. So it's like you don't have to deal with other people's karma. You don't have to live in that kind of cesspool of karmic energy. You feel free from that. And yeah, life can certainly get much more simple because of that. So let's take a look here, Gemini. What comes through for you? What else does the universe need from you? Beautiful. We have the sun, which indicates your voice, your authenticity, your self-expression, your creativity, your brilliant ideas. This is a time for Gemini to really shine bright. And with Jupiter coming into this 12th house, there's also a lot of opportunity for you to feel an extraordinary belief, even to the point of like what other people may view as delusional. But for you, I think it's just setting the bar of what's possible for you in your life and starting to realign and readjust your trajectory to fit that big vision, to fit that big dream. Jupiter through Taurus is going to offer a lot of actualization. When Jupiter is in Earth, there's a lot of like real things that happen. And that's something that I think everyone is ready for. They're ready for the dreams to come true. They're ready for the opportunities to show up. They're ready for the people to show up. There's no resistance right now. There's no pushback, no pushing against anything, no working against yourself. It's just, I want it. And if it shows up, I will gladly receive it. Okay? So what else for Gemini? Who is in the environment that you need to be aware of? A Page of Wands, okay? A fleeting energy, not necessarily someone who is likely permanent in your life. Now, they may be someone you already know, but the Page of Wands feels like they play a little bit of a guest starring role and then they're out, okay? But the Page of Wands can also offer information, right? They can come in specifically to tell you something. But I actually feel that they are here more to set some type of an adventurous example, okay? They are here to show you of the excitement and the thrill and the passion that comes with the full embrace of adventure. It's like the universe is trying to communicate with you kind of this change of pace. To open yourself up. Open yourself up to the wide expanse of an unknown tomorrow, to take some chances, to play with life a little bit, to not take it all so seriously, to find the excitement in the small things, kind of like a child, right? A page, sort of like a child, sort of like someone who's seeing something for the first time. This may be a month where Gemini starts to really feel more alive. You start to feel more connected with what you're doing here, more connected with your pathway, your livelihood, the relationships, the people that you have in your life. And maybe the Page of Wands is someone who does that. And maybe there is a little bit of a mirroring, right? This is someone who is reflecting back to you a quality that you would like to exhibit more within yourself. Let's see what else comes out for Gemini for May 2023. The Star, beautiful. The Empress and the Devil. A lot of major arcana coming out for you right now. So the Devil does not surprise me, because I am sensing something hard happening, but not, when I say hard happening, I don't mean that it's going to like, oh my gosh, your whole life is going to crumble down. But what I mean is when we hit these periods of expansion and freedom, we have to start saying no to a lot of the unhealthy or toxic, I guess we could use that word, people and situations and environments. We have to say no to that stuff. And sometimes when we are forced with having to say no to something and to really set that boundary, it makes us feel like if you're not used to that, if you're not normally that type of person, it can bring out this agitation within you. And the agitation might be, I really want them to like me. I don't want them to hate me, but I have to do this. But I also am really caring what they think, whatever. So there does seem to be a little bit of a battle going on within you where when you are prioritizing what is good and healthy and right for you, you're feeling the weight and the heaviness of the whatever emotion it is, the guilt or the shame or the embarrassment or whatever of what other people are thinking. So that's something that you're just going to have to kind of contend with. But I don't see you not doing what you know you need to do in your life for the sake of others. There is a selfishness that Gemini seems to be exhibiting, but it's like the good kind. It's the good selfishness. It's when you put yourself first, you build yourself up, you focus on your finances, your life, your choices, your situations to make them the best possible circumstance that you can possibly make them without being so dependent on others. Because I think there was, with all that 8th house, there was just so much about other people. Oh my gosh, right? So much about other people. And this is you kind of, I think, breaking that 8th house karmic, can I say curse? I don't mean like actual curse. It's just an 8th house transit. Just that's all. But it kind of feels like that sometimes. That punishing quality that comes with it. So when you break that and you start to expand, yeah, it does mean you have to break things off with people. It does mean you have to say goodbye. You have to eliminate. You have to kind of be the bad guy in someone else's story. And I think that was actually, was that Gemini? Like a villain? I think I had a villain era title. I could be wrong. It was either Gemini or Aquarius, I think. But I had a villain era title in one of the videos over the past couple of months. And I think that's creeping into your reading this month as well. Okay? Because your vision is more important. For the sake of simplicity, for the sake of clarity, for the sake of ease, you have to keep your mind and your heart focused on this North Star. And I love the sun with the star because technically the sun is a star, right? There is just a beautiful like connection that you are feeling with yourself, with your life. Hopefully you're feeling that. And with the Empress, this is a creative surge where you're starting to really think and develop and create. Maybe it's internal, maybe it's just in your mind right now, maybe you have ideas brewing in your head, but eventually all those things are going to come out and they're going to be pushed out into the world, and you're going to be in a completely different spot than you are now. See, the Empress will never sacrifice her values. She will never sacrifice who she knows she is for the sake of others. And I hate to be so malicious about this, but this devil is really giving me the creeps, the way the artwork is. And I'm like, are there people, now this will not apply to every Gemini, but some Geminis, like there are people that really don't want to see you succeed. There are people that really don't want to see you happy. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a friend, a frenemy, right? It could be a competitor at work, whatever the case is. These people really, really do not want to see you stepping into your absolute power like this because they know that if you do, they will not be in your life anymore. Okay? But yet this is where Gemini is. This is the freedom that you are embracing and harnessing and fully embodying as well. Okay? There is such a beautiful shift happening for my Geminis. Feels like coming out of a very, very cold winter. Let's see what comes through. What else comes through? We have the 4 of coins, we have the 5 of cups, and we have the 3 of coins. Yeah, here's the creative energy. This is what I mean. You're in this space of like ready to build something, ready to build a business, ready to build a family, ready to build a new life, a new identity, a new self-concept, to build new friendships, to build whatever. You're in this, it's almost tactile. Like I almost can feel it. Like you want to get your hands on it or in it. You want to be doing the doing part of this. I don't think you're in this space of trying to just only think about it. You're not trying to do the analysis paralysis thing. You want to do the darn things. And that's what I like about the Page of Wands sort of coming into your life as this burst of inspiration, is because this is someone who does things. It's not like let's take a look at this person as though they are like a world traveler. They are someone who will literally say, you know what, I was really thinking I kind of wanted to go, to this country. And they're like, oh, you know what, while I'm talking about it, let me just book the ticket. Boom. 5 minutes later, ticket is booked and they're ready to go. And they actually get on the plane and go. This is someone who does the stuff. And that's maybe something that you really, really value. And I think that's something you like about yourself. Gemini inherently is a really creative sign. And so that is something that you like about yourself. But because of certain life circumstances, maybe that part of yourself has been a little, I don't want to say dormant, because I'm not saying it's completely gone, but maybe it hasn't been fully nurtured or enjoyed or expressed in the way that you truly want to express that part of you. The 4 of Coins and the 5 of Cups. Okay, 4 of Coins. These are sort of the antithesis of a lot of the things that I've been saying. 4 of Coins can feel stuck. 5 of Cups can feel loss or grief or sadness. And this probably goes hand in hand with the Devil here. This is the guilt or shame or embarrassment that might coincide with what people might think of you if you actually did step into this power here. But that caring what that person thinks or those people think is probably rooted in something really, really deep. Now, you don't have to go deep into shadow work here. You don't have to, go to a healer. I mean, you could if you wanted, but that's not really what this is. This is just you acknowledging that there is still a sadness around other people's opinions or other people's input or whatever the case is. For some reason, you are needing, or in the past, you had needed their approval or you had needed their support or their validation or something. Obviously, that was rooted in something very deep. And so this is you acknowledging the really deep, the thing behind the thing behind the symptoms, the true origin of everything. And saying, okay, I acknowledge that this is present, and I acknowledge that this has been something that has kept me in the same place. I haven't grown as much as I have wanted to grow. I haven't evolved as much as I know I've wanted to evolve. I acknowledge that, but I no longer am going to let that prevent me from walking down this path. Because this is the stuff that adds complexity. This is the stuff that adds drama to your life. Nothing wrong with drama. I think life would be really boring without it. But coming out of a phase which was so heavy with drama, right? Heavy drama. Right now, Gemini just wants easy street. You want it to be smooth, straightforward, uncomplicated, not only a path of least resistance, but also the shortest path, and that's it, period. Universe, just take me where I want to go. I don't want the scenic route. I almost don't even really want to enjoy it. I just want to get there, And that means sacrifice. Sacrificing people or relationships or patterns or a way of life, a social group. The thing about the Empress is she really, really does not care what anyone thinks. She does what she needs to do for her and her alone. And she puts her money where her mouth is. Got the Tower. The Chariot. My goodness, a lot of major arcana here. Hold on. Okay. And last but not least, we have Strength. Even more major arcana. So as we enter Gemini season, really near the end of May, this is when a lot of things are really going to start to happen. The first part of May, as Jupiter is preparing, he's finishing out his 11th house transit for you, and then middle of May, he comes into Taurus just a few days before the sun enters Gemini. We also have Mars transitioning. Just got a lot of stuff going on middle to late May. I think middle, well, not late May, but like last half of May. I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought right now. We'll talk about the astrology in a separate video. I'm so sorry. I probably shouldn't have even brought that in. But anyway, May 15th and beyond, let's just say that, okay? This is when the stuff is really going to happen. This is when the decisions are made, and this is when the actions are taken to back up the choices. Tower. It's not an accident that all of these are in alignment here. And this is also in alignment here, the place where you are stuck, but also you have this kind of North Star destiny that's calling you, and you know it is, and you can feel it in your bones that you are meant for something bigger, and you're dreaming bigger, and you're pushing. So like as you push, the pressure from this cannot withstand. I'm almost kind of seeing a devil versus star, okay? But the star is so much more vast. It's so much more infinite than the devil ever possibly could be. So the devil has to cower to the celestial entities. We also have the sun here as well. You know, the devil has to cower down to that because he just simply, he's not strong enough. He's not as much of a creator, okay? So whatever the ego is doing, whatever the woundedness is doing, whatever the pain is doing, it's not nearly as much as what your spirit's growth is doing. So this is just to be expected. And yeah, the tower, yeah, it might create some disruption there, but again, to be expected. As the sun comes into contact with Uranus, yeah, it's to be expected. Mars comes into Leo. You know, that's a fiery placement for Mars. So yeah, that's definitely going to ignite a lot of stuff as well. A lot of passion comes through there, a lot of heat, a lot of communication. It's very masculine. It's very extroverted. It's strong Mars, okay? So that's the time when things really start to happen. But when things start really happening, that's when the chariot starts rolling. As this is released and you start reaching for the star, the chariot finally has a direction to go in because he hasn't been able to move because maybe he's been stuck a little bit. But now he can finally move. Those wheels can finally start to creak forward. And you finally feel like you're in control. You're in the driver's seat. Got the bull by the horns, however you want to say it, right? You're the one controlling this. You are not at the mercy or the whim of other people. Okay? And with that strength, you're going to have the sense of self-respect and the empowerment and the ability to persevere, regardless of what the consequences are going on with this Devil Five of Cups Tower thing. Because chances are this is just someone who's not happy that you're growing without them, basically, is probably all that is. You're growing and they're not growing with you and they don't like it. And they're going to try to say something, they're going to try to do something, or they're going to try to have some kind of an input with something. And Gemini just simply does not have their ears open for that because that is not a part of the original path. The path for Gemini is straight and clear. This stuff is messy and complicated. It does not fit. And the more and more focused you are on that straight path and doing what you know you need to do, going to work, making your money, executing on your plans, whatever the case is, the more and more you do that, the less and less affected you are by everyone else's reactions. It's kind of an interesting moment when you can honestly sit there and be like, I really don't care. I really don't care that this person is upset, right? Especially if this is someone you gave a million chances to, or they had every opportunity in the world to do it, or whatever the case is. It's like, well, it's just time. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to grow. It's time for me to become the person that I've always known I could be. Period. Why would you want anyone in your life that doesn't want that for you? Let's pull out the clarifiers. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. For those of you who are new, okay, the cards I'm about to pull out are the cards we'll cover in the comprehensive reading. We usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. All the info is down below. Please feel free to join if you would like. So we are going to take a look at what else the universe needs from you here, Gemini. Anticipation. Ooh, I really like that for you. Anticipating the good. Anticipate the dream coming true. And in the environment needs a purification. Well, that's the perfect word to use. You are purifying your environment. So what else? Over here. Beautiful. And what else for the environment? Beautiful. Okay. Now let's take a look at the star. Okay, the star. Ooh, 9 of Swords. And the Fool. And ooh, Queen of Swords, Gemini. I love that for you. We have the Empress. Beautiful. Magician. Page of Cups, 6 of Wands, a card of victory and success. You are going to be victorious. Queen of Cups. Death, rebirth, 5 of Swords. Looks like that dude's got a headache. Whatever it is that gives you a headache, Gemini. 4 of Coins, we have the 2 of Cups. Ooh, another Chariot. Loving the Chariot for you. And Page of Wands. The Emperor. The Empress. 2 of Wands. 10 of Cups. What was this card? 3 of Coins. Beautiful. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Love that for you as well. 7 of Cups. 10 of Wands. King of Cups. I love the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups. They're also Zen. And 9 of Cups. 2 of Coins. 8. Ooh, I love that. That Chariot's moving quickly. Knight of Wands. Judgment. The Wheel of Fortune and Justice. Beautiful. Okay, Gemini, this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. So if you want to join, all that info is down below. Thank you all so much. You guys know I love and adore you. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.